The October dev update that we were all looking forward to for that roadmap is here, but like it kind of has a roadmap. What's up, guys? Steven with Level Up MMO here, and as I alluded to in that intro, we did get a little bit of what's to come, but we were led to believe at the end of the last dev update that this dev update would have the roadmap in it, and instead it was kind of like, here are some things we're working on. This isn't the roadmap. These things could be coming. They might come even later. It was not as clear as I think, thought it would be, and then I think he said that there would be a roadmap in December. So yeah, I don't know. But we did get more information about a lot of different things. It was still an exciting one. They still touched on some topics that I know a lot of people wanted more details on. So we're going to go over it. I'm going to talk about the main things they discussed in the beginning where they did most of the roadmap talking. I'm not going to get into as much of the combat and the crafting stuff. With all that said, if you want to discuss this with me and give me your thoughts on it, you can even leave it in the comments down below. Even if you don't want to talk about it, throw an emoji down there, say hello. It helps with the algorithm, or stop by my stream at twitch.tv/Heartbreaker_TV. Now, with all that out of the way, let's talk about this. So as I said there, the full roadmap, I believe, is going to come in December, but they did give a couple of set dates. Not a lot of these have them, but these things do, and that is going to be the Winter Convergence Festival that will be coming back. That will come in December. Also in December, if I understood this correctly, will be a crossover dungeon. It will be Amrine and Starstone. They said the best parts of each of those will be combined to make one expedition, and it will be a new mutator. I think this will allow the same thing that happens in the Ennead. You'll need more than one gear set, so it'll spice things up a little bit more, add a little more depth, and I am all for getting another mutator, and I hope it is as difficult as the Ennead is, because I am really enjoying that. In the same vein of new PvE content, they did confirm the Sandworm will be a raid boss. It is something that's being worked on. There are no dates. They didn't say this would be December or anything like that, but they're working on it. However, it was kind of alluded to, or it felt like this isn't going to be a full-scale raid. It is going to be more of like a trial where it's just like a single raid boss. That is a little disappointing for me, because I was hoping for a whole experience, a new expedition style thing, but at the level of a raid, more bosses, things like that. But it looks like it will be just the one. They did describe it as needing to be near impossible to do. Like, it's supposed to be insanely hard. I love that. I think that's necessary. I think we need more of that. I'm somebody who thoroughly enjoys the process of progressing, learning, improving, and finally accomplishing that thing. I think it makes it feel just so much better. It was also confirmed that they will have a brand new spring event. They haven't done one of these before, and this will be called the Springtime Bloom. What all it will entail, I don't know, but it will probably be similar to, you know, all the other festivals and the Winter Convergence and the Halloween event. There will be something going on, new gear to unlock, stuff like that. It's exciting. Another huge update that they've kind of mentioned in the past, but now we know 100% it is being worked on, it is being tested, it's going to take time, but that is going to be cross-server OPR. They did specifically say this was just OPR to start. Once they've put it out there, they've tried it out, they've worked out the kinks, they know how it works, they will hopefully be able to quickly apply it to other instanced events. So this is where we'll be looking at things such as arenas, expeditions, so on and so forth. That's a massive thing that I think has been needed for a long time, especially with the fact that the server caps are relatively low. This will allow people to run a lot of things as freely as they want, and maybe even allow them to add a little bit more of a skill-based matchmaking system for some of these things to get even better matches. Now we'll talk about loadout. So they did say that they were in the design phase of it previously, and now we know that it is still being worked on. It will be coming, but they did say they're taking it slowly. Those are the exact words, because they want to make sure that it feels good, that it does what they want it to, all that jazz. Now for me, just allow me to literally set a set, just name it, set it, and then be able to click the button and put it on. I don't think it needs to be taken slowly, but I'm not a game engineer or designer, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But I just want to be able to hit a button and put on a corruption set, hit on a button, put on an ancient set, hit on a button, get my PvP set. Going back to talking about expeditions, they basically said that there are a couple expeditions being worked on currently, and that they will be featuring the Varangian Knights, which is a group that we haven't seen as much in this environment. And because of the fact that New World has killed it with expeditions, I expect them to be amazing. I think they've really figured that out and how to do them, and I hope they'll continue to follow the same vein of the Ennead and have more parts that are a little more difficult, require more teamwork, more coordination, and just make it feel just a little more difficult. The group finder is also getting some changes. They said they're working on improving that experience, which is something that is definitely needed, and I hope that they have watched some of my videos to get that feedback. I want to know how many groups are currently actually formed in a specific one before having to click into it. I'd also like a centralized place where I can just select the individual dungeons and not have to find them on the map and click them by themselves. If you're going to have the group finder system, you might as well make it simple. They also touched on new zones. So there are new zones being worked on. They gave the detail that they won't be as big as Brimstone. Brimstone was made to be that vast partially because of the design of it in terms of massive, you know, space of just desert. That's the whole point, right? It has very barren space, so it needs to be extended, and that is why that zone is as large as it is. They said others are probably going to be roughly the size of like Ebon Scale Reach, which is a pretty large zone. And then lastly, they gave an update on Fresh Start rollout. So what they said is that they will be rolling out servers over time, not just here are the Fresh Start servers, everybody jump in and go. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like there will be a server that opens up at 9 a.m. and another one at noon and another one at 5, so people who are working can jump in. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. They said we will be getting more details as we get closer to that date, but it could be that like the first day there's one, maybe they open another one if those start to fill up the second day and allow people to kind of spread out that way. I'm not sure, but it is going to be a rollout and not just an upfront, here's 5 Fresh Start servers, good luck. And there you have it. There is an overall summary of what we are to expect in the coming months. Again, a roadmap should be coming in December, if I understood it correctly, which means that we'll find out even more and have more set dates, or at least time frames for when a lot of these things are coming. I think maybe then we'll get a mention of mounts. Maybe we'll figure out exactly when those loadouts are coming and a lot more. But now you know what they talked about. So if you like New World content or MMO content, subscribe to the channel. It's free. It'll help me out. It'll help you out to stay up to date. And as always, good luck in your adventures.